Hi everyone, it's Angela. Today I'm making a short video on gastroparesis and traveling. Over the last couple of weeks I've made a few trips, successful trips without being super sick, and I'm really happy about that. In the past, before I was diagnosed with gastroparesis last year, my boyfriend and I had taken several trips, and I gotta say, they were like the worst days of my entire life because I didn't have Zofran back then, I didn't have Iberogast back then, I didn't have a diagnosis last year, and so all these things really made traveling for me really hard. Now that I know I have gastroparesis and there's things that I'm doing that are making it better, I've made several trips very recently. One was for 2 days off the island that I live from, and then the second trip was for 3 days. Both trips were successful. I didn't feel any worse. I didn't get any sicker. And so this Sunday, my boyfriend and I are going to Vegas. We're going for a week. And so instead of being nervous like I usually am, I'm actually looking forward to having fun. So I just want to share some of my tips for traveling. So one of my first tips is to always arrive to the airport early. I travel with liquid. I always travel with my Iberogast. So sometimes you have to be earlier for that. So I would say if you're a tubie, if you're on tube feedings because of all your supplies and liquids that you're going to need on the plane, it's best to arrive more than 2 hours early. I would say 3 hours just to be on the safe side. The other tip for traveling with liquids, to be able to carry them on the plane, for me, I have a doctor's note. It's just a one-page simple note from my doctor, and basically what it says is, to whom it may concern, please allow my patient Angela Stevens to carry her medication, and then it will say what it is. For me, it's Iberogast because it's the only one I really feel that I have to have on a plane. She requires this for serious gastrointestinal disorder, and then it's signed by the doctor. I carry this on me. It makes it a lot easier. Then you just show them the letter and then you're good to go. So for me, in my carry-on on the plane, I always carry a bottle of Iberogast, and you know, it's in a bottle like this, it's liquid. And so when I travel, I always take a full bottle. And so since this is, what is it? I can't even see what it is. It's 100 milliliters, so they only allow 3 ounces, so this is way bigger. But so far I've been traveling with this. I haven't had a problem. I know for some people this doesn't work. This does not take away my nausea, you know, completely or anything like that, but this is my emergency thing. So I always carry this wherever I go. So the note and Iberogast is very important for me. The other thing is organizing my medication. I'm on a lot of medication. I have to, you know, and so I need that organized. So I have pill containers, but I have to have 2 because I have so many medications. So I have this one right here. This is for my thyroid medication because I have to take this first thing in the morning separate from everything else. So I have this one, and then I also have this one that I absolutely love. I got it from Walmart because I take medicine 5 times a day. So I take my thyroid medication first, and then I take these throughout the day. And I love it because they're color-coded, and it has morning, noon, evening, and bedtime. So it's perfect for me. So I also take these on the plane because you never know what might happen. If your luggage gets lost and you have no medication, that's really, really bad. So I suggest if you're flying, always take your medication in your carry-on. So for me, my carry-on, I carry a backpack. I like carrying a backpack because it's really convenient. I also keep hand sanitizer on me at all times. I'm constantly washing my hands. I cut my fingernails once every week. It was just a great thing that I learned in nursing school, and I noticed ever since I've been doing it, I don't get as sick, very often, as often. The other thing that I carry in my backpack is I carry baby wipes. This could be really good for you, especially if you vomit, you need to clean yourself, So I like carrying baby wipes in my backpack wherever I go. The other thing I carry is gallon storage bags. I keep my Iberogast in here, and then anything that might leak, and also you can use it as an emesis bag. So these are really great. I actually have a whole box that I'm going to be bringing with me. Another thing I like to bring is some kind of mint or something to suck on. So I like these Altoids. They're ginger. So I carry these with me too. I always like to bring a magazine. Magazines or books or something good to read is good to have when you're traveling. I always bring sunscreen. This is a little travel size one. Living here in Hawaii, it's really important to wear sunscreen. I even wear sunscreen on my face when I'm in the house, just because, you get the rays from the sun in the afternoon. I really am a big sunscreen believer, even if you don't have sun outside. It's not just for summer, it's for any time of the year. I also bring a water bottle with me, but I bring it empty, and then as soon as I get into the airport, then I just fill it up. It's really important, especially when you're flying and doing any kind of traveling, stay hydrated. I know this is one of the hardest things because water bloats us, it makes us feel sick. But for me, it's really important to drink water, and my goal every day is to drink 5 of these. So I always bring an empty bottle, and so to save money on water, because they want to charge you $5 in the airport, I bring this. The other thing that I bring, and I've only known of one gastroparesis person so far that has tried it, is Shakeology. I love Shakeology so much. When I travel, I actually drink this twice a day because it's so tricky finding things to eat. So I love my Shakeology. It comes in packets and in big bags, and I just bring the packets, and then I bring an extra bottle, and I pour this in with my juice, whatever I want to mix it with, and I shake it up, and then that's my meals. When I travel, I do Shakeology actually twice a day to make sure that I'm getting all the proper nutrients. It's also really important to, bring everything from home that makes you feel comfortable. So for me, I bring tons of little teeny bottles like this, travel size bottles. I also like to buy bottles like this, different colors, so that I know, oh, this is lotion, this one's shampoo or whatever. I really like doing that. And then I even get like an extra little scrubber, just whatever makes you feel comfortable. I really like just bringing as much stuff from home as possible, because then that kind of, the more relaxed you are when you're traveling, the less your stomach hurts because you're not stressing out. I also like to bring snacks on the plane. Gum, of course, always gum on the plane. My stomach hurts a little bit when I eat these, but I can tolerate it for the most part. This is just like dark chocolate from Trader Joe's. People send me this because we don't have Trader Joe's here. Or I'll bring a banana. I know most gastroparesis people don't tolerate bananas because of the fiber. I can tolerate bananas, so I bring them with me. So I suggest, always bring snacks, the things that you can tolerate. If there's a chance you can't go to a grocery store when you're traveling and get the things that you're used to, bring them with you. I am a big believer in paying the $25 or whatever they're going to charge you for luggage, just to be able to bring things from home. So like when we go to Vegas, we're probably going to actually bring our blender, so that I can keep doing some of the same things that I do at home. Another tip for traveling, when you do have to eat out, I've noticed like if I stick with things like soup, that have no chunks in it. I usually can tolerate things like that. But that's a tricky one. That's a real tricky one. So, for me, eating away from home, I just try and stick with the things that I know don't make me sick at home, and then I just try and bring as much food with me as I possibly can. Let's see. The other thing, like when I travel, I always have my boyfriend with me. A couple of times I've had to go by myself, and that's harder. I really like having somebody with me. That makes it a lot easier. So my suggestion is just try and bring with you as much things from home as you possibly can. Be prepared. I like to make short to-do lists days leading up to my trip, because that helps me not be so stressed out, and then I can just check those things off the list. I try not to add too many things in one day, try and keep it simple just to not get overwhelmed. For me, just the thought of traveling and not being at home, it's very, very stressful. So I just try to, focus on the positive, just try not to think too much like, oh, I'm going to get sick, I'm going to be sick. Just try and really believe the opposite. I'm just trying to believe the opposite so that I can just get through it. And, the other thing that I've noticed is, like last year, I really dreaded going places, going on trips. And since I've been diagnosed with gastroparesis, I really feel like because of how I feel inside, because of how sick I am, like even though my symptoms are pretty well managed right now because of my new supplements, I still can feel what's going on inside my body, and it's really scary. And so I really have started to just think that, here we are, we're so sick. And if today was my last day, would I be wanting to do this? And I'm just trying to enjoy myself. That's the hardest thing, is having good quality of life when you have gastroparesis. But I would say if you're traveling and going to a doctor's appointment, or if you're traveling for business, whatever reason it may be, bring a camera, take as many pictures as you can, and just try to just live your life to the fullest. Just try and just live like today's your last day, because I've found that trying to live like that not only do I feel better, but I make other people feel better around me, and then I end up having all these great memories, and I'm making really good friends. So I hope that these tips have helped you, and I hope if you're going on a trip, I hope you have a safe trip, and I just pray that everybody's having a good tummy day, okay? Thanks.